Hi there, I'm Ben from Cycles in Twickenham. We're going to do some simple procedures on how to look after your bike. Now I'm going to go through a few different procedures to keep your bike roadworthy. First of all, the most important aspect as far as safety is concerned is probably your brakes. Check your pads. Check them for wear. Spin the wheel, make sure they're not rubbing, and make sure they're not pulling right up against it like the metal on metal. I mean, you'll probably hear it, it'll make a right old racket, but make sure there's plenty of rubber left on them. Next, make sure the lever isn't pulling to the bar. It's got to be at least parallel, if not more. If it is pulling really tight and you've already checked your pads, take up some of the slack in the cable by pulling the outer one out, spinning that one back against the block, like so, then it makes it a lot tighter. The same obviously applies to the rear brake as well. Next, your headset. These are the bearings which sit inside the top cup and the lower cup, which mean you can steer safely. First of all, grab your front brake, rock it back and forth. You'll feel a knocking or movement if it's worn. Next, go at 90 degrees, do the same thing, back and forth, see if there's any rocking. If there is, it might need tightening up. Bring it down the shop and we can check it for you. Next is to check the wear on your bottom bracket. These are the bearings which sit inside these cups which turn the cranks. Basically, wobble them about, back and forth in that plane, see if there's any movement in those bearings. You'll feel it. Something else that will throw your gears out is the alignment of your hanger. This runs off the back of the bike here and holds your rear mech in place. To check it, drop into the lowest gear, like that. Just have a look, see how straight that line goes down from there to there. If it's straight, you're good. If not, bring it into the shop, let us have a look. Next, check your wheels. Check they're true, spinning them, have a look against the brake pad to see if it's spinning true. Another simple check is your wheel bearings. Just wiggle them back and forth, make sure there's no movement. If there is, again, bring it into the shop. Now I'm going to show you how to look after your tyres and keep them in tip-top condition. If you're commuting, once a week I'd check through your tyres, picking out little stones, things like that. I know it probably sounds a bit silly, but a biro is actually a very good thing to use. Just go in, pick out the little stones just so they don't work their way any further into your tyre. All the information about your tyre and tube is actually written on the tyre. Here you can see it says 700 by 40C. That'll tell you what inner tube you need to replace if you do need to replace them. On the other side, it'll also say what pressure it should be at. Here it says 50 psi to 85 psi. That's how much you pump it up. So that's how to keep your bike roadworthy. The most important thing though is keep it clean and keep it lubed. Thanks for watching. Check back soon for more videos.